What's up guys, it's Lord Bother here with another video, and it looks like the buying wars between Sony and Microsoft are about to flare up once again. Because just after Microsoft announced that they are still looking into potentially buying more studios, we get this report put out by IGN. The headline reads, Sony in talks to buy Kadokawa, owner of Elden Ring and Dark Souls developer FromSoftware. Sony is reportedly in talks to buy Kadokawa, whose subsidiary FromSoftware is behind smash hit Elden Ring and Dark Souls and Armored Core games, and PlayStation exclusive Bloodborne, even though PlayStation hasn't done anything with Bloodborne in forever. Reuters reports that Sony is looking to add to its entertainment portfolio. Kadokawa's business extends into areas that fit into Sony's broader entertainment offering, which includes anime, manga, TV, and film. Kadokawa is a prolific publisher of anime, and Sony already owns anime streamers Crunchyroll and Funimation. That's right, something we don't often talk about here, anime, manga, all that. But Sony, with the purchase of Kadokawa, would essentially own a near monopoly when it came to anime streaming and development. There are a lot of people in the anime space, people like Madame Savvy, that are very concerned with the control Sony will have over so much anime. And as stated before, Kadokawa owns FromSoftware, which is developer of Dark Souls, Elden Ring. They also own the Armored Core games. Talks between Sony and Kadokawa are reportedly ongoing. If the talks are successful, Reuters said a deal could be signed in the coming weeks. Kadokawa is the majority owner of FromSoftware with around 70% of the company. Sony already owns around 14% of FromSoftware, with Tencent owning around 16%. So if Sony buys Kadokawa, they will essentially own the vast majority of FromSoftware. It will essentially be a Sony studio, with Tencent as the very minority owner. And as we all know, one of the main complaints people have about PlayStation is that PlayStation doesn't really have a lot of exclusive games. One of the sort of jokes about PlayStation is that people go to PlayStation to play Xbox games. And Xbox, though thought to be the inferior console, is the one known for all of the great exclusive games, including things from Activision Blizzard that they just purchased, like Black Ops 6 that just released. However, with this purchase, it's quite possible that Sony could take something as huge as the Elden Ring series or the Dark Souls series or even the Armored Core series and make them PlayStation exclusives. That would definitely put them back in the game in terms of the exclusive wars. And I think there's credence to that idea because it's very interesting, like I said, that this gets announced right after Microsoft said that they were going to still consider buying more studios. It's almost as if Microsoft knew that this report was coming down and wanted to get ahead of it and be like, hey, we're still in this fight too, so don't think that they're trying to get ahead of us or something. Whatever the case may be, it is a very interesting move from Sony and a big move. And if they make those game series exclusives to PlayStation, even temporary exclusives, you're going to see a significant rise in PlayStation sales and activity. Because Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Armored Core, all very, very popular with hardcore gamers that want their fix of those games. Basically, with this move, Sony is saying, hey, you want to read new manga? Pay me. Oh, you want to watch your favorite anime? Pay me. You want to watch new anime? Pay me. You want to play Elden Ring? Pay me. You want to play Dark Souls? Pay me. You want to play Armored Core? Pay me. Basically, if it's made by FromSoftware or it's an animated Asian cartoon, you're gonna pay Sony. It'll be interesting to see how Microsoft also responds because I think, again, as I've said before, they're looking at Ubisoft with hungry eyes. Because they're going to continue to mount up losses with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I don't really know how they're going to dig themselves out of that hole. A remake, re-release, remix, whatever you want to call it, of Black Flag is not going to do it. And they're going to be in enough financial trouble that being bought might be appealing to them for sure. Either way, the buying wars have begun once again, I feel, and it will be interesting to see where all the studios land when the dust settles. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. We'll talk to you again later.